is why I'm really smart, right? Because I've set the camera up on some shoebox action, right? But behind the shoeboxes, there's like this poster which has a reflection, which I can see the screen in. So genius. Right, so in the last week I've been pretty ill, I'm not gonna lie to you. Now when you're ill, you get the normal stuff. You get the sniffles, you get the shivers. I happen to get the sniffles, aka runny nose, on a train. Now that's not too bad. Getting the sniffles on a train ain't too bad, mate. You just, you know what I mean? It's all good. My question to you is, have you ever got the sniffles on a stinky train? In that situation, you're in quite a pickle. On one hand, you're forced to keep sniffing, otherwise the bogies will just keep coming and that's not a good look. On the other hand, if you keep sniffing, you'll keep subjecting yourself to the smell of dead rats and like must. I don't even know how to describe it. I nearly pulled out my phone to like write down words that I thought were gonna do it justice, but I thought there's no point. There's no point, because even in the moment, I didn't even know what it smelled like. It smelled, I'm not even gonna try it. In fact, I'm not even gonna try, I'm gonna let you figure it out. Imagine the worst smell ever. That's what I had to keep sniffing. On that same train journey, I was lucky enough to get a seat. I sat next to the disabled and old people seat, which is right on the end of the road. Now as I sat down, the lady of a nice looking nature sat down next to me and I was like, wait, check you out, mate. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was pretty chuffed, so I was like, I need to see what she looks like. Instead of being like this, I was smooth with it, I was silky with it. I just leant, because in front of me there was a window, and on the window you can obviously see the person's reflection, but where she was sitting, she was off the angle of the mirror, so I couldn't see her. To see her, I had to lean that way. So I thought, cool, I'll lean. I'll lean. In my excitement, I might have forgotten there was someone sitting next to me, and perhaps, I'm not saying I did it, maybe my head went a bit further into a Tesco bag that was on her lap than it meant to. As I got to uni, into my silent lecture hall, being ill just didn't ease up because my belly started doing what all bellies do when you're ill, started bubbling. Remember how when you were little, when you would get a milkshake or like a Coke and you'd blow into the straw and make it bubble? Literally, that's what my stomach was doing. Safe to say, all 25 people sitting around me heard it, gave me all the looks. I was like, I tried to play it off on the person next to me. They were like, don't do that. Don't do that, don't put it on me, mate, that's you. Right, now we're moving on from the central line and we're moving on from uni. Now I'm at work. I'm at work and I work in this new, like recently I've started working at this new office. It's alright, it's alright. So I've gone into the toilet, quite a high-tech little joint. They've got like bows in the cubicle bits. I was like, okay, I see you giving me the high-definition music while I'm having a poop. Respect. Now as I leave the toilet, there are these two gentlemen of a particularly geeky nature. I don't mind, I like them, they seem cool, they were chatting, they were wearing flannel. Where we get the tissue from, you have to sort of pull it from the wall, right? So I was pulling it from the wall and the tissue kept tearing, and they were talking amongst themselves and they were like, what a poorly designed tissue holder. Like legit finding it funny between themselves. He was going, I reckon I could design it better with a shoebox and some sellotape. And I was like, you know what? It's the end of the day, I'm on my way home, 5 PM. Let me join in with the bands with the lads. I was like, yeah, do you know what I mean? Look, it just keeps ripping. I don't know what to do about it. I don't need to tell you what happened next. They did not find it funny. They instead gave me this sort of pity look. Like, they looked at me with pity. I was looking at them at the start with like, oh, bless them. That's funny to them, tissue. They were looking at me. At the end of the day, I was the mug in that situation. No one else. You'd be drinking tea out of me. All I was trying to do was have a bit of bants. I was like, yeah, look, it keeps ripping, it keeps ripping. Nothing. Dead. Now, I've saved the best for last. Me and my uncle, we went to the gym, right? Nowhere to park, everywhere was taken. There were 1 or 2 spaces left and they were in the disabled parts of the parking. So my uncle went round once, without hesitation, he just scurried right into it. I said, yo, what you doing, man? This is the disabled part. He was like, no, it's alright. Like when it's packed, sometimes you go. I felt bad, but I wasn't trying to walk mad fast. So I was like, alright, let's go. But then I noticed something. Car spaces like that. He parked his car like that. I was like, Unks, you parked a bit diagonally. He then said to me, again, one of the greatest things I've ever heard. I don't know if it's funny. I nearly had to go home and get changed because I was this close to pooing my pants with laughter. But he said to me, yeah, I know it's diagonal, but I've got to make it believable. Am I the worst human alive for laughing profusely at that? You know what? I may just be.